How's it going? Captain Foley here. We got a Picard trailer we need to talk about. Loud sound. All right. All right. So let's talk about Picard, shall we? I just got to change this tripod a bit so that I don't kick it inadvertently. There we go. Olivia's first, apparently. Let me get this stuff set up here and see what the chat is saying. Oops. There we go. All right. So, don't know if anybody caught it, but there was some kind of Picard season 3 trailer or something yesterday. Yeah, well, we already talked about that live last night. We have some breakdown videos and stuff coming out about that, obviously. There was one today about one of the new ships, and we have some other ones coming out as well, and we will have lives talking about that later this week, possibly tomorrow. So Preston M puts in $2 and says, "Evening, Cap." Evening, Preston. Mark just says he just got back from Universal Studios. Hope you had fun. Just popped to give it a like and off to bed. Good night, says Ruth. Well, thank you, Ruth. Much appreciated. Thank you for hitting that like button. Everybody else, hit it. 24 people here, 9 likes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit the like button. That's an order from your captain. Jose says this season looks a lot like Undiscovered Country ripoff. I don't see that at all. But, okay. You'll have to clarify your thoughts on that. Kit 10K is here. Hey, Kit. Long time no see. Had a blast at Super Nintendo World Preview. That's awesome, Mark. Good to hear. Olivia says, I'm sorry, I only take orders from my commander. Well, I am your commanding officer, so that still counts. Still a command position, so. Fleet Paw, hit that like. Hit it like I hit the purge button when I airlock someone. Wow, Fleet Paw's in a mood. So yeah, sorry about the sounds. That is the pug attacking a squirrel toy, which is actually kind of hilarious. Stop eating parts of it. Precious. Lola, those aren't for eating. Come here. Come here. You got something in your mouth. Come here. No, Precious, I don't want you. You don't have anything in your mouth. This one does. Come here. Let's get that out of your mouth. Ew, it's fur. It's fur from a squirrel. From a squirrel toy. Lola, it's time to calm down now. We can't have noises during the live. There you go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to just enlighten you on what the noise was. People think, oh, you're farting or whatever. It's like, no, I have pugs. So, but that was a weirder noise than usual, just because it's a crinkle noise. Hold on, let's get something in my pocket too. All right. Anyway, there we go. Donnie Pearson is here. Lee Paul Swiftback throws in $2. Death to the opposition. Die, squirrel, die. Yes, indeed. JB says, evening, Cap. Good evening. So yeah, the 2-minute long trailer for Picard Season 3 was out yesterday. Gleaned some really interesting stuff from it, and we did some good breakdown videos we filmed today. We've already released one. We'll be releasing more during the course of the week, obviously. So make sure you don't miss those. So, as always, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and that you have the notification icons, or they have the notification bell clicked to all. We got snow in Las Vegas and Kingsman and Flagstaff. Well, there you go. Lucky you guys. Kit 10K, don't worry, Cap. My 2 dogs do the same with their toys, and when I call one, the other one comes. Davy crotch kick. Davy crotch kick. I like that. Throws in $1.39 with a. I don't know what that face is, but thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Trekyards, how's it going? Good to see you. Mark Lawrence throws in $10 super chat. That's awesome. The words that are said before Picard is pleasantly surprised to see Geordi should be Khan. Admiral, the USS Challenger is hailing Picard on screen. That would be great, yes. I've calmed down since earlier, Stuart. That's good, Fleet Pa. Don't be just airlocking people. Gonna have some beer while I have this live. Got Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, it's Pabst Blue Ribbon, because I am the least interesting man in the world. A Davy crotch kick. I like that. That's great. All right. Ozzy throws in $2. Got a new starship. It's USS Foley coming in. That would be great, Ozzy. I would love to see the Foley class. But alas, this will not happen. This is just the way of things. But yeah. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of breakdown videos and a lot of Picard content. If there's anything you guys want to talk about Picard-wise, let me know. That's what I'm here for. We're just here to chill out and hang out and relax for a little bit and just have some hangout time. So hopefully you guys enjoy that and have things you want me to talk about, or things you want to talk about with me, more importantly. So let me know, guys. Let me know. Hit that like button, by the way. It's pretty good. 20 people here, 18 likes. Some of you aren't doing your part. You aren't hitting that like button. Davy crotch kick. I just cracked an 8% caribou. Nice. Well, cheers to you, my friend. Olivia, so yesterday it iced in St. Louis, and caused a 20 car pileup about 10 minutes before I came to the scene. Had to put passengers in a hotel and wait for this morning. That must have been a blast. I don't envy you at all, put it that way. Kit 10K, I'm not too big on the shape of the Titan A's drive section, but I can accept it. Well, good. I kind of like it. It's the fastest impulse ship, apparently. So that explains the huge impulse engines. Captain Casey Stewart says, not true, Captain. You're not the least interesting man in the world. Hey, I like you. I like the way you think. But I'm not drinking Dos Equis, so I cannot claim to be the most interesting man in the world. I'm the most moderately interesting man in the world, if you want to go that route then. How about that? Trek or not, questions make Foley go. They do. Or statements that make me rant. Squadra Course, hi, how's it going? Good. Hope everything is good with you, Squadra Course. Olivia May, Julius, hashtag justice for the Julius ship. Not going to happen. Stop. That's not going to be a hashtag. The ship will happen. The episode will happen. But we got to do hashtag Spaceflight Chronology with Rick Sternbach or something. We need to get some of those older ones out. We have a Doug Drexler episode coming out this Saturday, which we just filmed actually. So you'll see Doug Drexler this Saturday, hopefully, if all goes well and all goes to plan. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Ring Ship episode. That was from like 3 years ago and finally got released. But I think it's fantastic. I enjoyed watching it again. Completely forgot everything we had said and all the stuff I had researched about the ship. But now I remember because I watched the episode. So hopefully you have as well. And you've hit that like button and shared it around. Put a super thanks on it. So... check or not. Surely more engines don't make something go faster since some ships have bigger impulse engines. Not more impulse engines, just bigger ones. Squadron Course, fastest impulse, lol. Try plotting out a real battle sequence with ships moving one at the speed of light. Fleet Paw, I got a phone call this morning. One of my drivers called out a half hour before the shift started. I spent all day driving a bus around campus. Indeed. Well, hopefully your day's over now. You can chill it with us. Kit 10K. For all those who don't hit the like button, I will unleash my psycho bitch cat on them. For your information, even the Borg aren't stupid enough to screw with her. That's why I call her the psycho bitch, is because she is. Calabanks Thomas, do you think Brent is playing lore or data or a combo of both? I think he's doing a combo of both, honestly. So yeah, I'm going to call that right now. I think they're uploading Data's consciousness into lore for some reason, and there's going to be a battle between lore and Data during the course of the season, just within the same body. Right, Sublet is here. Hello. Hashtag justice for the Fleet Paw cookbook. Trek or not, if you like it, put 2 warps capable rings on it. Broken Speaker, $5. Evening Captain, found a shuttle pod show with Reed and Tucker. It's pretty good, especially with the Rick Berman episodes. What are your thoughts? Yes, Shuttle Pod 1. I've never watched it. Everybody keeps asking me about it. It's not something I've looked into yet, so. Captain Casey Stewart, hashtag Captain Foley, the most moderate man in the world. Fleetpaw, hashtag release the jailed Trekyards content, or hashtag free the Trekyards dungeon. Well, that's the OnlyFans and After Hours one, that dungeon one, but Squadron Course, $2. What if villain is Old Yar and we get Sela too? Hey, that'd be great. Tyrone Lease, we need a season 4 of Picard. Hopefully ratings and money will change corporate minds. Davey Crotchkick, Picard was the best, my favorite lead for Star Trek, but Star Wars is my true love. Well, we have a lot of Star Wars content on here, Davey. We have a spin-off show called Trekyards where we look at other ships from other sci-fi franchises. So we've done a lot of Star Wars stuff. So I would say type in Trekyards or Trekyards, all one word, and then Star Wars, and you'll find all of our ships that we've done. Broken Speaker, agreed. A real battle with ships moving even a fraction of the speed of light would be out of sight of each other in an instant. That's what Starfleet battles is. Each hex is 10,000 kilometers, and yeah, everything is below warp speed. So, but that's fine. Trek or not, could the baddies be augments that were frozen since Crusher was in a stasis pod? Sure, why not? I think that's boring as fuck, but whatever. Squadron Course, had to do all the math for that in the battles of my book. It was a pain, but times and distances are realistic with the ship specs. Yep. I've written up a whole episode on impulse drives and how they work, and had Rick Sternbach help me out with calculations and stuff. So it'll be interesting when that one comes out finally. It hasn't been recorded yet, so, but yes. Trek or not, some Wrath of Khan similarities in there. Like the nacelle being hit, and the baddies with masks moment. Matthew Shook is here. Says, hi, Captain. Hello. Like on SETI Alpha. Joshua Farrow. Hey, Cap. Hope your night is going well. Watching DS9 at the moment, and your great channel. Well, thank you, Joshua. I appreciate that. Watching us with DS9, I can live with that. That's an honor to be watched at the same time as DS9. Eric Martin, lots of scenes or cuts in that trailer, but really overall doesn't tell you too much about the story didn't already know. Exactly, that's what trailers are for, though. Captain Casey Stewart, hashtag make the Airwolf Fleet Yards video. Yes, that has to be done. Broken speaker, I could see how that would be a pain to plan out realistic battle. Of course, photon torpedoes are a big problem because their yield is too large to fit the scene if accurate. Davey says, I'm definitely going to be watching you more often. Well, thank you, sir. Much appreciated. We have a lot of content. We have 8 years of content, and we've covered a lot of ships, a lot of Star Trek, way more Star Trek than anything else. But we've done other things as well. Fleet Yards covers all sci-fi franchises, and we've done a lot of Star Wars content. So, Olivia shares a link for Trekyards Originals, which is probably just her episode. Right sublet. I messaged with Bill over the weekend, and he shared that he is going out to Hollywood for the premiere of Picard. Bill Krause, yeah. Bill Krause is a good friend of mine. I've known him for like 6 years. We've go to Wonderfest every year, and I always see him. So I love Bill. I love Bill. Actually, I had a really good sit down and talk with him in this last Wonderfest about his work on Picard. So the Fleet Yard Star Destroyer episode. Matthew Shook, do you think Laura will be a good guy, or are they reprogrammed to be Data again? I think he's going to be an adversary, and I think that's probably why they call in Moriarty, because if you remember, Moriarty was, when he was made for that holodeck program, was a foe worthy of defeating Data. So I think they might call Moriarty in to help with Lore, but I think Lore is going to pretend to be a good guy and then eventually become a good guy, is my thought. But Grant McGregor, $5. That dinner scene was too dark. Do you eat food under dim candlelight? That's not a date. It's true. Honestly, the whole trailer I think was too dark. But Mr. Captain 93, are the baddies new or from a TNG episode? What's your preference? They're probably new. I would prefer they be new. Well, that depends. If they're from a TNG episode, if they're a good one, a good villain, and they're brought back in a good way, I have no problem with that. I'd rather they do that. But if it's a new villain, that's perfectly fine as well. Spiked Psycho, we need to armor our nacelles with armor, not cardboard. Trekyards, the concrete walled tunnels reminded me of Genesis Space, and then the big white flash. Kit 10K, a guy I've been talking to on a Star Trek modelers page who asked for a custom name on a TOS Constitution class Dreadnought reminded me that we still haven't done a Trekyards page on Shapeways. Oops, we haven't. Maybe Lore breaks into Steel Data's memory engrams from before. Possibly. Trekyards, if they had any brains, they would have fitted Lore with failsafes like an explosive tied into his systems. Fleetpaw shares the playlist of 114 videos worth of fun for the Fleet Yards playlist, so thank you, Fleetpaw. Trekyards, so they could blow him to bits if needed. Did you see the CinemaSins take on Generations? Yes, I believe so. Spike Psycho, loving fashion in season 3, age leather and jackets all around, dressing like 70s sci-fi off-duty Starfleet pilots. Or Starfighter pilots. Bright Star Line, my goodness. Should get Andrew Probert on the Airwolf video. Could do. Rebel Poet 71 Data is back? Not necessarily. It's Lore as far as we know. But Olivia, Trekyards shorts of something that starts with a P. Trekyards, I don't know what that is. Broken Speaker, a fun Fleet Yards would be a ships from the Hitchhiker's Guidebooks, the Heart of Gold, and we've actually done the Heart of Gold on Fleet Yards. Broken Speaker. Rebel Poet, I'm not even curious at this point. Trek can't be innovative. Oh, that's a shame. New Yorker in Vegas, hello. Delphic Rachel. Think there'll be any trends of bringing the Zindi back like they did in Prodigy, or is it wishful thinking? Wishful thinking. I don't think they need to put him in Picard. Fleet Power. We have a heart of gold. Yes, we do. Mr. Captain 93. They need to bring in Barclay again to face Moriarty. Daniel's Hot Topics. The new Star Trek Picard trailer. I love seeing Moriarty on the show. We get more dialogue. He says, "What a bunch of old warriors." So he remembers them from TNG. So it is the same. Is it the same or a copy? Be the same one. He just hasn't aged probably in the Holomatrix. New Yorker in Vegas. Did we talk about the new dude probably being Picard's and Beverly's son? Not tonight, we haven't, but we talked about that quite a bit on our live that we did last night. There's the Heart of Gold video right there. Jason Paris, the trailer for Picard Season 3 was great. How was Laura reassembled? I thought that the last time we saw him, he was disassembled by Data. Well, just because you're disassembled doesn't mean you can't be reassembled. Mr. Captain 93, fingers crossed for a swerve, and the Cerritos comes in and returns the favor and saves the Titan and Riker. That'd be great. Daniel's Hot Topics. Maybe Moriarty and Laura will join Section 31 for the show. Section 31, I don't want to see that shit. Squadron Course. What I really want to see is Lore plus Badgie villain team up. Broken Speaker. What if they bring back Data's memories as a Dixon Hill program, sharing the technology Moriarty's program is using? That would explain a lot. Live action peanut hamper. Squadron Course says that was a joke, by the way. Okay. Trek or not, could the other Riker be in this since we see Riker shooting a Starfleet officer? Nuts, I know. Thomas Riker, maybe, possibly. I mean, the line he says to Picard seems very un-Riker-like and very Q-like, or like antagonist-like, where he says, this is the final whatever. He says something, this is the final whatever to Picard, and it sounds kind of ominous. It doesn't really sound like Riker. New Yorker in Vegas. I think Barclay, O'Brien, and Alexander with a new actor will make cameos. Jim's Landscape says hello. Spike Psycho. Want to see more Inquiry Class? Looks like Intrepid that hit the gym and got swole. Kit 10K. I keep forgetting his name, but the actor who plays Moriarty is a great actor. He is a great actor, and I don't know his name either. Mr. Captain 93, if you ask the computer for a villain capable of defeating Samuel, who does the computer conjure? A bowl of Jell-O. Fleet Paw, Daniel Davis. That's the actor that plays Moriarty. Thank you, Fleet Paw. Matt Boardman, I honestly feel bad for people who won't give this season a chance because they're so jaded by seasons 1 and 2. I respect that is their right, but they still feel bad for them. Oh, all these people are like, I'm not going to watch it. I don't like it. Smallest fucking violin in the world playing for you. Go fuck yourself. You're going to watch it anyway. You know you're going to watch it, especially when you hear all the hype about it and you hear all the things that are coming out. And you're going to eventually watch it, whether you want to admit that to anybody or not. But all these people, I'm not watching it. You're going to watch it. Just don't even start. Good tea, nice house, $5. The only villain I can think of with such a vendetta to hunt down the entire bridge crew is Armis. Is Vedek working for a higher power? I don't fucking know. I don't know who this villain is or what. She doesn't seem imposing to me at all. There's better be some good backstory there, but I don't know. Trek or not, Peanut Hamper versus Predator. Broken Speaker. If I got magic wish, it would not be for a long life or wealth. It would be to see Cole Meany back on the show. Barclay should help. Okay, would you lie down? Squadron Course. We all know that Armis is bored out of his mind and secretly hopes to get Brink called. It's true. Olivia, Cap, petting a kitty cat. Okay. Spike Psycho. O'Brien returns to fix what broke, which will be everything. Hey Captain, the new trailer looks promising for those that bitch about Season 3 going to be bad. They can shut it, lol, in my opinion. There is always hope, I say. New Yorker in Vegas. I have a bunch of Trekkie friends, or I have a bunch of Trekkie fans who couldn't be bothered with seasons 1 and 2, whom I'm trying to watch season 3. I feel like season 1 and 2 won't be relevant to season 3. I'm cautiously optimistic and very excited. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much tie-in, if any, between the seasons 1 and 2 and 3. Like, you could probably just skip 1 and 2 and watch 3. You'd be fine. But yeah. Kit 10K, for all the whiny baby bitch complaining about season 3, I've got a universal sign language for you. Kit 10K, that's so rude. Fleetpa, captain of the Enterprise F, Ezri Dax. I know it's a long shot, but I wouldn't complain. I'd be down with that. Grant McGregor, so will the comic Star Trek Defiant, also coming out next month, will have Worf, Rose, Spock, and more using the Defiant to do something. I have a feeling it'll be a loose tie into Picard. Ro can suck it. I don't want Ro to come back. I just have nothing to say about that. Broken Speaker, yes. +1 for O'Brien, fixing the universe. He needs to earn that statue after all. That's also very true. Fleetpaw, nice. I actually speak that language. Mr. Captain 93, I hope the Titan stops by DS9 on their way to wherever it is they need to go. It's not going to happen. Would be cool, but it's not going to happen. Squadron Course, in my honest opinion, the most important thing about Trek is its hope for the future. Therefore, I will be hopeful for Picard Season 3. Calibanks Thomas, I wish we could see Sub-Commander Sela, but I know it's a long shot. That would be great. It really would be. Olivia, calling it now. The past 3 seasons was a dream. Mr. Captain 93, also do we get Borg, Girardi, or Soji? No and no. Spike Psycho, are torpedoes fired from Enterprise F called F-bombs? No. Fleetpaw, I don't think Borgatti will come back. Boat says it might totally be a bad season again to me, but I'm going to give it a chance before I judge it. Showrunner change, etc. gives me hope. Excited to see some new ships too, at least. Well, not a new showrunner. Terry Matalas was in charge of episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Picard season 2, and those were the best of the season, and they were fantastic. And then he ducked out to do season 3, and Michael Chabon took over and totally fucked the rest of the season. Yeah, you can tell the difference in quality. So, Trek or not, we better, and I repeat, we better see Riker step over chairs. God damn it. He's too old for that shit now. Matthew Shook, do you think the captain of the Titan A will bring up the Enterprise D crash on Viridian 3? Very likely, yes. With the whole, although what we're doing is not as exciting what you usually do, explosions and whatever. So yeah. Give me up, Mr. Scott says, ahoy, ahoy, matey. Arr, welcome aboard, you landlubber. Broken Speaker, hey, I just realized I lost my channel membership. Where do I go to buy it again? Your channel membership. Just go to the join button down below. Beat me up, Mr. Scott. Wow, I have a red name now. A red name? What do you mean? Olivia, Wesley Crusher is going to be able to say shut up, Picard, this season. Does anyone else see the new colors for the chat names? The only colors I see are the standard ones, and then the blue ones for the moderators, and the green ones for the members that have joined the channel. So, depending on how you're viewing it, it should be near the video description. It says join channel. Calibanks Thomas, that would be good, but Will Wheaton said he is not in season 3. Spiked Psycho, want to see up close show shots of Glenn class. Yeah, 25th century Crossfield. Still, I like it better. Trek or not, there's also the time they crashed the D into the space filament. David Underwood, I read a comment today speculating that the aliens are the Vadic, are the ones from the TNG episode Schisms that are pissed at the Enterprise crew for shutting their rift. Oh, that's interesting. Their masks definitely look kind of like bug-like, so yeah, maybe. Are the rumors true that Denise Crosby will return as Selma? I don't know who Selma is. Maybe she'll be with Patty. I don't know. But I don't know if they're true. If it was said, it might be the case. Might be a nice surprise at some point. But Mr. Captain 93, at some point, someone on Picard needs to say something for the ship will arrive on Tuesday. It'll be here on Tuesday. Hello, Colin. Good evening. New colors for chat names: gray for viewers, green for members, blue for mods. Yep. Boat. I'm curious to see if they announce the new live-action show that takes place around the end of Picard. Would be cool to move that timeline forward. Everyone has colorful names in the chat now. No, they don't, though. Don't know what you're seeing. Beam me up, Mr. Scott, but I just see the standard. So I don't see any red ones at all. I think the inspection of the Titan A is a ruse. Could be. New Yorker in Vegas. I'm worried that Metallis Vision will have to take a back seat at times to Secret Hideout's usual BS. Metallis seems genuine in his love for Trek, and it's wonderfully refreshing. Yeah, he did have to make some changes to the trailer that he didn't want to do because the studio insisted. So, broken speaker. Going to have to go it from my desktop. iPhone is giving me the option to join. It's not giving me the option to join. Oh, iOS might still have an issue with that. That sucks. Squadron Course. Vadek seems to have a deep hatred of Picard. I think it has to be an old and very personal conflict. Very likely, very likely. I just hope it's important and maybe ties in with something we've seen before. This coming out of the blue, I don't know how I feel about that necessarily. Kid 10K, I know it wouldn't happen, but I think it'd be cool if Q's son appears to Picard at some point to thank Picard for making sure his father wasn't alone when he died. Won't do anything for the story. I just think it would be cool to see John Delancey's son appear. I mean, cue ball. I don't think that's going to happen, but it would be cool. Broken speaker. +1 for Selma and Patty replacing the Duras sisters. Why did The Simpsons never do that one? It's so obvious. Fleet Paw says, could be a Linux thing, be me. I never used Linux before, so I don't know, honestly. Did Selma have a twin sister, Patty? Eric Martin, couldn't they bring in Moriarty to help deal with Lore? I already said that. That would make perfect sense, considering he was basically designed to defeat Data. So, yeah, we already talked about that a little bit. Pay attention. Ogo Pogo Hunter 69. I'm hoping for some epic space battle scenes. Oh, you're going to get them. Trekyards is going to be busy. I know that for a fact. Spiked Psycho. Well, I'm a tech raffle. Prize is a 3D printer, build volume 300 by 300 by 300 millimeters, so I can make stuff roughly toaster size. That's awesome. Dustin D. Is Vadek a clone of Picard? Did Vadek and Picard meet before the Battle of Maxia? Or even between the Battle of Maxia and the time Picard took command of the Enterprise D? Could be. It could be that this young kid that's on Beverly's ship is actually Picard's son. Maybe with Beverly, maybe not. Maybe he's the son of Picard and this lady, this other villain lady. Who knows? I don't know how that would play in necessarily or when that could have happened, but who knows? Lots of weird shit happens in Star Trek. You just get abducted by an alien and impregnated by them, and you know, could be the case. I don't know. I feel like Vadek is an assimilated Borg from Wolf 359, was later freed when Hugh was returned, and that explains her scars and seemingly cyborg henchmen. That's a good one as well. Matt Munn. Lore looks like he got an upgrade. Is he like Picard now? His eyes look human. His eyes don't really look human. They're still the yellow, but he's definitely aged. Picard's long-lost sister. Raymond Anders, captain in an ice storm, 1 inch in Springfield, Arkansas. That sucks. We had a little bit of snow, but nothing too bad here. Jack Crusher in stasis, calling it LOL. Probably wrong though. It kind of looks like Jack Crusher, but what would be the point of that? Who did that? Why would Beverly do that if you're thinking Beverly? Like, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Spike Psycho. Could Vadek be involved in Wesley's dad's death? Him being an officer or victim of Picard's away mission? It could be Picard's half-sister that was raised on Vulcan. Oh, fuck. That genuinely made me laugh. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, my God. Good job, Squadron Course. Mr. Captain 93. Maybe Renee didn't die in the fire, and now he's pissed Picard didn't let him die. Pissed that Picard let him die. Or left him to die. Oh, my God. Words are hard. KW, sad about the loss of the actor who played the Borg Queen. Yeah, she was only like 45? A few years younger than me, and it's like, oh, I didn't even know she was sick, but apparently she had cancer, and yeah, that's absolutely shitty. She did a fantastic job in season 2 of Picard. So, Trekyards could be introduced to be a main character on a new show. Could be the young guy. Yeah, I could see that. Shoveling Jedi, Trekker HTD. Vadek is Picard's academy girlfriend. Fleetpaw says, I don't see how it could be Jack Crusher, though. Picard brought Jack's body to Beverly. Yeah, but it could be a clone of him. That's what they're saying. Not his body, but a clone of him. Trekyards. It could have been fake, though. A fake story. Well, I think it's more likely if it is Jack Crusher, it's a clone, but I don't think it's Jack Crusher. It could be, his name could be Jack Crusher, but it could be the son of Beverly and Picard, who Picard didn't know about. But that raises the question, why would Beverly not tell him? So yeah, it's kind of weird, honestly. I don't know. Dustin D. Could Vadek be a human-looking Klingon that refused to get the darker Klingon skin tones and ridges? No. Spike Psycho. They faked duplicate Boimler's death. They did. Colin Barrett. I suppose clone banger is better than a ghost banger. Still looks banging dead people. Just this is a little bit better, yeah. Pabst Blue Ribbon is a Midwest gold beer. There you go. That's what I'm drinking. Olivia. Emperor Georgiou will be in Picard Season 3 for a Section 30. No, she won't. If anything, she'll show up in, like, Strange New Worlds. But she could be in Picard. I mean, we don't know when Carl, or the Guardian of Forever, sent her back, time-wise, so... the guy with the phaser to Riker is on Beverly's ship in that scene in the trailer. Picard is beside Beverly's stasis pod. Yes, we know this. Talked about that yesterday when we did our live reaction to the trailer. So, no Laris this season. It doesn't look like it, does it? Maybe for like a minute there'll be some, or at least some mention of her, hopefully, but it doesn't look like it. Raymond Anders, you have a book coming in the mail and about the Star Trek 2 to 6 uniforms. It should be there Friday. Oh, thank you very much, Raymond. That is much appreciated. It's about the Monster Maroons. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. You didn't need to do that, but thank you. I still haven't made a video about the books you gave me. God damn. But speaking of, I do have some other videos coming to the Captain Foley personal channel very soon. Some really cool unboxings and things. So if you're not subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, go subscribe to that as well. There's a lot of great content over there. Fleetpaw. If they drag Section 31 into this season, I may have an accidental airlock ejection. Classic for real. I was starting to wonder if Section 31 show was canceled. Probably. Who knows? It's in limbo. Kit 10K. What if the young guy is Jack Crusher's younger brother? Doubtful, but just throwing out ideas myself as well. Trekyards. Could the guy be the one with the kids on the D growing up? Anything's possible. This is Jericho. It is set in the mirror universe. Is it set in the mirror universe? That could explain why it's so dark. No, absolutely not. Shoveling Jedi. Squad. Pabst Blue Ribbon is a lager, but very fizzy. I prefer Ice House. Well, this is pretty good. Squadron Course. That's the thing about the Section 31 show. We should really know if it exists or not. We shouldn't really know if it exists or not. It's true. Spike Psycho. I'll say my favorite uniform is Picard 2380's uniform. My hated Discovery 32nd one. That look like Mayo communist suits. Dustin D. Maybe Vedic was from the planet that at the time Captain Mark Jameson started and supplied both sides, and she managed to escape. Okay. I doubt that. Matthew Shook. Do you think Laura will ask where's Data, my brother? Probably. Colin Barrett, what if the young guy is the child of Vatic and either Picard or Jack Crusher? That's my thinking, yes. That could be the case. Squadron Horse, I'm more into hazy IPAs. Fast and Hazy is one of my faves. Olivia shares the link for Captain Foley personal channel. Shoveling Jedi Trekker. Captain Foley, I think this is the return of the evolved bluegill conspirator critters. I don't think so. I think that's just a remarkably stupid idea. I don't want to see that personally. Classic for real. We already had a show set in the Mirror Universe during Picard's time. It's called the first third of season 2 of Picard. Trekyards. The bird makes a bird mask and the red triangle with horizontal line on top has to mean something. But what? There's definitely a lot to break down in the trailer, and like I said, join us for the lives later this week, the earlier lives, like at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be looking at a lot of this stuff. Plus, as I said, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss any of the breakdown videos we're doing. I've already filmed quite a few today. We have to film more on Wednesday, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of good content coming out, especially once Picard airs. I might know one or two things about what's going to happen that is going to really interest Trekyards. So we're going to be hella busy. So this will be a good season and a good show for Trekyards to explore and to talk about. It's going to be, we were told very early on, like a year and a half ago or so, that this season is going to be very good for Trekyards as far as ship content and stuff like that goes. So we're going to have a lot of that stuff to talk about, which we are absolutely ecstatic about. So make sure you're joined and make sure that you, not joined necessarily, make sure you're subscribed and that you don't miss any of that content, because there's going to be at least one episode where we're going to have our hands full with so many breakdown and comparison videos. It's not even going to be funny. We kind of know more about it than we have been letting on, but it's hard to keep it a secret. Kind of might have made little hints here and there that we might know something, but when you guys see it, you'll be able to kind of glean what we've been talking about. So yeah, anyway. Maybe Vatic is a rogue new synth, as Picard was, and casts out synthetic society. Don't care. That story doesn't interest me. Shoveling Jedi, Captain Foley, what is your favorite Picard hero ship featured so far? Favorite Picard hero ship so far. I have to say, if you could include the Titan A, because it has been shown to us, that might be it. Besides that, the antique Romulan bird of prey that gets its wings sliced off, that was a very cool one. The World Razor Enterprise from the Confederation timeline was interesting, but not one of my favorites, I don't think. I'm not a huge fan of the design. Stargazer was great. Excelsior 2 was great. Any of the fleets, any of the ships, sorry, in the fleet for season 2. There's a lot of great ships there, so I don't know which would be my favorite. Probably the Stargazer or the Excelsior 2, if I had to really pick, but in some photos, why DPRS? I don't know what DPRS is. Raymond Anders, I would like you and Trekyards to do a states class. I have info. Up 2 shows. Okay, states class, interesting. Dustin D, why does Vatic kind of look like Zorg from the Fifth Element? It's funny, we just watched Fifth Element like last week, me and Sylvia, or Sylvia and I. Zorg, yeah, he definitely does look like Zorg, or she definitely looks like Zorg. It's the hair. I can't stand her hair. Like, buy a fucking comb. What is this? Like, why? Just that's one design choice or style that I don't understand. Just what was that? Why? Is there a reason for it, or is it just to make you look sleazy and slimy? Because mission accomplished. She also looks like Frau from Austin Powers. So I'm not impressed with her so far. Daniel's Hot Topics. Captain, do you think they will reveal the new threat to the Federation that they hinted at in Season 2 and Season 3? No. Spike Psycho. Also, there was... Also thought, give a shuttle wheeled chassis. When it lands, you can drive it around. That's a good idea. Squadron Course. I know it wasn't really the Mirror Universe, but it was nice to see Evil Starfleet with the characters being more believable. Classic for real. In regards to Kurtzman saying the Stargazer was rebuilt from the original back in Season 2, does this mean Kurtzman doesn't know much about ships? He doesn't know anything about ships. He's a dumbass. There's a ship. It makes them go, duh. It looks okay, duh. Yeah, Kurtzman doesn't know fucking anything about ships, I can guarantee you. He doesn't know anything about Star Trek. Come on. I'm not going to get into that whole fucking discussion. Kurtzman, I don't fucking know, man. Classic for real. Fro, played by Mindy Sterling, a great character actress. Yep. Vadic's hairdresser was scared of commas at birth. Trek or not, bird masks to cover their damaged faces since Frau had scars. Daniel's Hot Topics. I hope we get an Enterprise F show. You're not going to. I hope we get an Enterprise F show. Yeah, you're not going to. I'm sorry, but you're not going to. Why? Why? I don't need that. I honestly don't need that. Would it be cool? Sure. Is it something that they should focus on? I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Classic for real. Dang it. Spilled Coke on my screen. Oh no. That's awful. Fleetpaw says, I noticed the hair on Vatic, and my mind immediately went to a certain Australian man who fought in both world wars and was responsible for a lot of suffering. Certain Austrian man, not Australian. Yes, that's probably the look they're going for. Square fits in rectangular space. Duh. Dustin D. The way Amanda Plummer in character talks to Picard sounds a lot like Christopher Plummer in character is General Chang. Yep. Spike Psycho, Enterprise F series, Star Trek, The Next Generation. Star Trek, The Next Generation. Good God. Squadron Course, if they did an Enterprise F show, there could be tie-ins to STO, like in-game things that happen along with the episodes or seasons. They're not going to do that. You know they're not going to do that. Next hot topic: Star Trek Enterprise F show, Star Trek: The New Generation. That just sounds like a Pepsi commercial at that point. Michael Richmond, missed your initial thoughts. Give me the quick recap of your thoughts. Well, considering it was a 3.5 hour live, that might be difficult, but the trailer looks awesome. Showed a lot more without revealing any more of the plot, which was interesting. And there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of good ship content coming soon. Some good ship born. So that's kind of the summation of the thoughts right there. That's really a quick recap. And if you missed the live we did last night talking about this thing, I don't know what to tell you. Terry Metalis, the actual showrunner, joined our live halfway through, at least in the comments, and was commenting and answering questions and kind of giving little teases here and there. So it was cool to have Terry join us. Really appreciated seeing him. So Raymond Anders, the ship that hit the Titan A, what was it? That was probably Beverly's medical ship. Other than that, we don't know much about it. Colin Barrett, would all members of the Alex Kurtzman fan club please make their way to Airlock 5 for pressure testing? Classic for real, actually spit Coke on my screen. That was in response to laughing so hard to the Packlid Kurtzman thing. Well, sorry about that, man. I didn't mean to get Coke on your screen. I feel really bad about that because Coke is sticky and that's not good for computer screens. Dustin D, if there has to be an Enterprise F show, the only captain I want is... Oh, holy shit, this goes right downhill really quick. All right, if there has to be an Enterprise F show, the only captain I was Oz the Priyan Vikyle Shion. No idea what that's supposed to say, so I can't even decode that. Shoveling Jedi Trekker, the Odyssey class is just a pumped-up Sovereign class, kind of like a pro wrestler version of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fleetpaw, yes, please come to Airlock 5. Fleetpaw Swiftback will give you your assignment. No need for EVA equipment. Spike Psycho, goddamn, spilled Coke on my keyboard. Now I gotta clean it. Sniff. That's the wrong kind of Coke, but good job. Shoveling Jedi Trekker. Captain Foley, really digging your library of Trek vibes there. Well, none of this is Trek related. This is all Sherlock Holmes. This is all various. All these Star Trek books are back there in that other bookcase. But thank you. Appreciate that. Mr. Metalis is a great guy. He is. Squadron Course, that was awesome. Terry Metalis showing up in the chat. Yes. Pogo Pogo Hunter 69. The threat from the last episode of season 2 must tie in somehow. I don't think it's going to. Colin Barrett. That's twice Picard has blown up Beverly's medical ship. Dustin D. The STO captain of the Odyssey class Enterprise F. Okay. Terrence Childs, hey everyone, sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Nothing. Fleetpaw says a lot, and I say nothing. Shoveling Jedi Trekker, Baker Street Irregulars Rule. It's a pretty good show. Terrence Childs, thanks for telling me what I missed. No problem. Squadron Course, technically the first time Picard blew up her ship, those events were in an alternate future, so she never knew it happened. That's true. Alternate futures for the win or the loss. I don't know. That's some good shit. Yeah, I mean, we kind of got hints. Like the new trailer showed a few new things, like this kid that we're kind of speculating might be Picard's son. The villains, actually not just Vatic, whatever the fuck her name is, Vidic. Anyway, but the bird people, I guess, I don't know, the masks, her henchmen. So there was some new stuff in the trailer that was new, but it didn't add to the story. It didn't help us come to any answers. Most exciting thing for me looks like what might be Starfleet Museum. It's just a long shot there, but could be that that's what it is. I don't know. Um, but yeah, we have a video coming out about that soon, so stay tuned for that. Kit 10K, are there any reoccurring characters other than Moriarty from TNG you'd like to see make an appearance in season 3, Cap? Well, Sela. I would say Q, but we saw him last season. There's probably lots. I just can't think of them right now. Squadricourse throws in $1. Thank you so much, Squadricourse. Terrence Childs, how come you're not drinking American beer? How come you're not drinking American beer? I thought this was American beer. I don't know. My buddy Ryan came over like last weekend. Last weekend or the weekend before? Anyway, he came over and he brought like 8 of these cans of beer, and we only drank like 4 of them, so I still have 4 left in the fridge. He didn't want to take them, so that's why I have that. So plus I don't want to get drunk, so that's why I'm drinking American beer, because it's shit compared to Canadian beer. Terrence Shaw, oh, heard that one. Fleet Paw, that's my job, to inform the masses and kicking baddies' asses. Nice, I like that. Dustin D, why does the Titan A have a cutout in the back of the saucer where the saucer section thin impulse engines are located? It's just the way it's designed. Colin Barrett, just because Sela told Picard Yar was dead does not mean she is. That's also very true. That is very true. It'd be cool to have Sela and Yar back. That would be a kicker, getting Yar back after all this time and realizing that she was alive the whole time. Damn, that's a real kick to the nuts. So I could see them doing something like that, honestly. But, well, it's fine. Classic for real. Let's all be emotionally and intellectually honest here and agree with Foley. Pabst Blue Ribbon is shit tier beer. Well, it's pretty good, actually, compared to... I really don't care about where beer comes from. I'm just reinforcing the old stereotype that all Canadian beers are better than American beers. So, whatever. It's fine. Spike Psycho, like Odyssey class, softer, less tiered style Sovereign. Not a fan of its split neck. I'd let it slope into ventral saucer. Michael Richmond, I can't remember, was Lore still alive, or at least in storage in the Star Trek universe? He was disassembled. So, Michael Richmond, so he could come into play somewhere. Yeah, and he does. He will. He'll have a big part in this season, actually. So, yeah, I mean, everybody that's seen the screeners, the early screeners, has just been going on about how good it is and that the hype is real. So I'm really stoked about that. Honestly, this season has me excited. Hopefully it generates a lot of interest, and hopefully people tune into our videos talking about it, because we're going to go into some deep dives for it. So, but yeah, me and Samuel are both pretty excited about it. And to be fair, for the past year and a half, we've heard lots of things. We've seen lots of things from people that know us and trust us. So it's been hard to keep our mouths shut. But that's kind of our job. So it's hard knowing things and not being able to say them. But after it comes out, we can be like, we knew that, we knew that, we knew that. And people, the odd person will be like, well, of course they'll say that after the fact. They didn't. We've known a lot for a while. Fortunately, we respect the people that tell us, and we don't blab that stuff all over the place like we could do. Because we never officially signed any official NDAs or anything like that. We just, if somebody respects us enough and trusts us enough to give us information or details about something, we're not going to ruin that by going and blabbing that everywhere. So, would you be opposed to Picard and Crusher end up getting together in the end of the season? I myself would. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be opposed to it at all, actually. Spike Psycho beer, just bread ingredients left behind a radiator. You're not wrong. Terrence Shell, there's a Bud Lime in your future. Oh, okay. Dustin D, Admiral Foley, are you Tro are you Troid Perth 121 Easy Amber Beer from Perth, Ontario? Have I tried Perth 121? No, and I am in Perth County. So, well, actually, I'm not in Perth County right now. I grew up in Perth County, which is just a couple minutes away, probably. But no, I have not tried that. Michael Richmond, I'm definitely going to go watch the trailer after this. Yes, please do. It's about 2 minutes and 12 seconds long, something like that. But it's well worth it, and it does build up the hype for it. The music's fantastic in it. Lots of great visuals. Like I said, lots of ships. And there's going to be more ships that we're going to see this season. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to get a lot of cool ships. This is like Trekyards Nirvana going on this season. We were told that early on, that we are going to be absolutely in love with what's going on with the ships, because we love ships. We are the ship guys, and we're going to get a lot of new ones. So we're stoked about that. Could the baddies be recently freed Borg drones? I mean, anything's possible. Yes. I honestly hope they don't bring the Borg into it, but whatever. It is what it is. We got enough Borg in season 2 of Picard, in my opinion, with the Borg Queen, who, rest in peace, just passed away. I don't need to see the Borg back. I really don't. But it'd be interesting, especially if a lot of the henchmen and stuff were all victims of Wolf 359, who got Borgified and now are deborgified and blame Picard because Locutus was there. He decimated, because of the knowledge he had of the fleet and the ships. The fleet got decimated, so they could have some kind of revenge scheme in that regard, and that could be exactly what the villain is all about. Blaming Picard for that. So that'd be interesting, I guess, but again, I don't really need that. I mean, if it's former Starfleet officers that were assimilated, that's more interesting than just random Borg. But Andy Clinton, with Picard coming to an end and Discovery likely in its last season, what do you feel is the future for Star Trek franchise? Well, Discovery will not be in its last season, sadly. After Picard, they're talking about doing a spin-off show, possibly like Star Trek The Forge or something like that. Who knows what's going on with that? We still have Prodigy on the air. Prodigy season 2 is coming. It's confirmed and in production. Lower Decks has another season coming out. Strange New Worlds, of course, has season 2 already done and in the can, so that'll be coming out soon. There's a lot of future for the franchise. The animated shows are the best of the new Trek, followed by Strange New Worlds. Discovery can fuck off as far as I'm concerned. 5 seasons is good enough. Get the 5th one out and end, that'd be great. But they're not going to do that. They're going to at least push it to 7 seasons to say they lasted as long as TNG, which is not true because TNG had like 24 episodes per season, not 10. So even if Discovery goes for 7 seasons, it's still not going to equal 3 seasons of TNG. But they're going to push Discovery, I think, to be at least 7 seasons, just out of sheer stubbornness. And yeah, there's rumors of the Starfleet Academy show, Section 31 show. There's a lot of future in regards to Star Trek. So, Colin Barrett, we are finally getting our post TNG Starfleet. Yes, we are finally. Fleet Paw, I'm glad that people involved with the production trust you and Samuel enough to give you steamy details. It's gonna suck knowing all this. It's gotta suck knowing all this and not being able to shout about it from the rooftops. Yes, it absolutely is. Kit 10K, with all of the ships that are supposed to be in season 3, may have to stop making shows for a few years for you and Sammy to do videos on them all. No, we're gonna power through and we're gonna get those videos done. Trekker, could the baddies be a red herring and there is something even bigger going on? I hope so. I hope so. I hope that the baddies are kind of a minor plot point that they're focusing on for the trailer to just totally blindside us. Terrence Childs, let's see more about Section 31 in Picard. No, let's not. Classic for real. Discovery is going to last as long as they think it can make money. Imagine 12 seasons. Michael Richmond, Data activates Slough in lore and saves the day. Prediction. Delphic Rachel. I might start a war if I say this, but I like the animated series and wish there'd be more seasons. I agree with you. The animated series was great. Very well written by the same people that wrote TOS. The only thing that really annoys me out of the animated series is the fucking music. The musical score is awful, overly dramatic, and too bombastic and loud at times. And it's not good music. So, but yes, I agree. The animated series was great. Dustin D. Could Vedic be a former Starfleet officer and attended the Starfleet Academy at the same time as Picard? Maybe he wrote up on violation of the Federation and Starfleet laws. That's incredibly boring, so no. Squadron Course, is Discovery making money now? Not a job, really curious. I don't think so. I don't know how they would be making money. They're not selling merchandise, they're not doing anything. So I don't know how it would be making money, honestly. Blue Shirt Picard, side topic. You need to put out a decor book. Love your rooms. Oh, thank you. The decor of Captain Foley's abode. Interesting. Thank you. Ogopogo Hunter 69. The key to enjoying Discovery is a rather large joint and a few beers before watching. Yeah, that'll help. And back to Blue Shirt Picard. I mean, I've done room tours and stuff where you can see the rooms. So check those out maybe. Mark Henson. Disco tries to be as good as the other Trek shows, a little too hard. I mean, they try to force feed us the idea that Burnham is behind everything. Yeah. Classic for real. Are you watching Lore Runner's reviews of the animated series? No. Who's Lore Runner? Is that Lore Reloaded? And no, I'm not. Michael Richmond. Love the animated series. Yes. Mark Henson. It makes me hate Burnham more. Not liked her. Raymond Anders. If you and the wife are in the Northwest Arkansas, we are over 30 beer brewing and 3 wineries. That's awesome. Colin Barrett. Discovery could be very good, but reasons. The animated series is fantastic. Oh, I don't know when that was my low battery thing. Discovery could be very good, but reasons. The animated series is fantastic. Discovery jumped the shark the moment they jumped into the 32nd century. They should have just fucking started in the 32nd century. Let's be fair. And I'm sorry my phone froze there, but I have a low battery warning, so I'm going to have to end this live sooner than expected. Squadron Course, they already missed the boat on the Lal story. Imagine Picard season 1 where Soji was created from Lal's engrams extracted by from B4 by Maddox. See, that'd be great. I mean, there's a whole season about Data's daughter. No mention of Lal. What the fuck were they thinking? Kit 10K, you mentioned the music from the animated series. Would you object to them bringing in some music from the TOS, just with slightly modern take on them? See, I don't even like the TOS music. Most of the TOS music is ridiculous. Some of it's pretty good. Most of it's ridiculous. Like the love ballad shit and the stupid, quirky, like the upbeat shit. It's just, I don't like the music from the original series. It's better than the fucking animated series, but not by much. Destin D. Discovery got better canon-wise during season 2 and after the jump to the 32nd century. Yes, on both points. Classic for real. Lore Runner is not Lore Reloaded, but he's shown up on Lore Reloaded show. I have never heard of Lore Runner, so. Lieutenant Raymond Anders, have a good night. Hope you love the book. Night. Yes, I'm sure I will. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good night. Colin Barrett, had they started Discovery in the Picard era and dropped the Spock's half-sister thing, Discovery would have been amazing. Yes. Dustin D, what if a repaired Lao And Picard dated while on the USS Verity. What? No. Classic for real. I just remembered Annie Orchin was awesome in Midsummer Murders. That's the Borg Queen that just passed away. And Blue Shirt Picard. Have you met Dorn? He seems cool. Yes, have met Dorn and have a signed photo from him. He is absolutely an awesome guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. But on that note, guys, I think I will call it quits because, like I said, my phone is going to die. So, unfortunately, this is the end of the road, my friends. I will try to do more lives later this week. Obviously, we will be doing our regular 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time lives, of course. A lot of great stuff to talk about, and I'll try to do some more late night lives so I can hang out with you guys as well. Yeah, tomorrow I've got a few things to do, a few videos to edit together. I've got an unboxing of my HasLab G.I. Joe Sky Striker. Awesome. That'll be on the Captain Foley personal channel. And I also have another one coming up on the Playmates Wrath of Khan figures that were sent to me by, very graciously, by Fleetpaw Swiftback, who's one of our great moderators here. So I'll be doing a review of those as well. Also on the Captain Foley personal channel. So make sure you subscribe to that if you want to see that other content. So I've got those things to edit tomorrow. I've got a busy day. And then Wednesday, a little bit busy as well because we got to finish off. There's quite a few more breakdown videos we want to do based on the trailer that will give you guys some content during the week, the next 2 weeks. So I got to film that stuff on Wednesday morning. So anyway, lots to do. We're only ramping up to Picard season 3. I mean, it's February 16th. It's like 2 weeks away. But we're already getting busy. So that's good. And we're going to be super busy for quite a while during Picard. So hopefully it doesn't let us down like season 1 and 2 did. And I don't think it will from everything we've heard and seen. And I just hope that... hope they got the formula right, finally. So, anyway, on that note, guys, thank you to Squadra Course for the $1 super chat. You have the last super chat slot, my friend. And to everybody else out there, live long and prosper. Have yourselves a good night. I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.